So welcome back to this another lesson in module WebLogic Server. And in this lesson, we are going to look at Node Manager and Machine. But before I tell Node Manager and Machine, quickly, what we did in previous lesson was data source and we looked at JMS. And now let's look at Node Manager. So Node Manager is nothing but a Java process running on each host or a machine where WebLogic Server is running. So I repeat one more time, Node Manager is a Java process which is running or which usually run on a server where WebLogic admin or managed servers or any type of WebLogic servers are running. What Node Manager helps? Node Manager helps in remotely or in help in enabling or works for or helps in starting or stopping services remotely. And services I mean is the servers, managed server or admin server. And for some reason, if server crashes abnormally, Node Manager, if it started by Node Manager, then it will go and restart that server again. It must be always, if you want a server to be started using WebLogic console or through WebLogic scripting tool, then Node Manager must be always running. There are different ways to start the services. We'll see that when we look at the start and stop. And one of them is using start weblogic.sh or start manage weblogic.sh, which is shell scripts. Or you can also start them from a managed servers. You can start them from a graphical console, which is WebLogic admins, WebLogic console. Or you can also start them both admin server as well as managed server from WebLogic scripting tool. And if you have to do that using WebLogic scripting tool, then or from a WebLogic console, then Node Manager must be running, and it's only used to manage and maintain, configure, maintain or the server lifecycle to start and stop services. So having said that, you can run your servers without Node Manager as well. So you can have Node Manager all down and you can run servers independently without any need of Node Manager. Similarly, let's suppose you have started a server using a Node Manager, which is via WebLogic console or WebLogic scripting tool, and then your Node Manager goes down, your server will still continue to run. Now, the way you deploy Node Manager, you can have multiple deployment topology. You can have one Node Manager associated with multiple domains in a on that physical host. I repeat one more time. You can have one Node Manager serving multiple different domains, which means Node Manager is not specific to or not a part of just any domain. Node Manager can be associated with multiple domains on a host, or you can deploy it in a way saying each domain will have one Node Manager. So it's all down to what you feel comfortable with, and that's what you can set up. So so what you see in the diagram, let's suppose I have two machines. Let's suppose two different machines, and the yellow represents a Node Manager, and the red represents a admin server. Now I have one more machine which is on the right hand side where you have a managed server which is currently down, which is represented by dotted line, and you want to start that managed server which is represented by the dotted line on the upper image. So what you're going to do, you're going to issue a command from the WebLogic console and say go and start this server, managed server, where this managed server is deployed and sitting on another machine. So there'll be association of managed server with a Node Manager. Let me repeat one more time. There'll be association of a managed server with a Node Manager, and that association happens via the machine that we are going to see in the next slide. So Node admin server will see that this Node Manager is running or associated with which machine, and on that machine what Node Manager is configured. So admin server will issue a command to the Node Manager. Node Manager will then in turn go and start this managed server, and that's how this process works. So let's see first of all where this configuration are on the server. or what are the associated configurations with respect to the node manager. So I'm currently, so the node manager by default for 11G, I'm going to focus only on 11G, and then picking up 12C is simple, and 12C slightly, there is a slight change in the way node manager is configured or done, but the concept remain same. So the configuration for node manager will be, all the configuration file, log file, everything will be under WebLogic Server home, under the directory or file called servers. And in that you will have bin folder, and you have a script called start node manager.sh, and that will start the node manager. There's no script to stop the node manager. You have to kill in order to stop the node manager process in 11G. 12C, there is a script, but I will focus on 11G as I said. So in 11G, there is no process or there's no script to stop the node manager. You have to kill it. Once you have started the node manager, all the configurations and everything will be under the common folder. So you go under, but common, not common Oracle home. It's under WebLogic home common folder. And within common folder, you will go into the node manager folder. And here you will have all the files like node manager log file. So anything, any errors, everything will be going to node manager.log file. There'll be a node manager.properties file. So when the node manager starts, it will use this node manager properties.file to start the node manager. And you can change this file here, node manager.properties file. So it will tell where is my domain file, what all domains are associated with this node manager. It will be given in this file. Where is my Java home? What is the listen address for this this node manager? What is the listen port for this node manager? And it's blank, which means it is running on all the IP addresses configured on this machine. What is the listen port, and so on. So we come out of this file here, and then the node manager.property domain file will have what all domains are associated with this node manager. So we'll see here and say there's one domain which is the name base domain, and this is the location of this domain. That is how you see or you configure it or you start it. Now, as I said earlier, there'll be association with the machine, and I'm going to tell you machine in a minute. But let's first go and try to start a server in the WebLogic console through a WebLogic console. So I have a server called, for example, SOA server, and I go and try to start this server. I'll say control, and I'll select the SOA server and say start. And the minute I start the server, it says the SOA server does not have a machine associated with this. And what is the machine? Which is, we can configure it from here. I'll go and explain the now from presentation. So machine is nothing but it identifies a physical host on which the server is running. That server could be an admin server, or that server could be a managed server. So machine is used to associate a WebLogic server with the host on which that managed server or admin server runs. It is used by the node manager to start a server or restart a failed server. It's also used by cluster or in a scenario where the session information needs to be replicated, in selecting the closest cluster member to replicate the session. Again, we are going to cover that in high availability module where we go deep dive into this cluster communication. But if node manager is up and if the services are started using node manager, it will be used in that scenario as well. So what happens? So how I do, or what I go here is I can create a machine on which I want to start the SOA server and then associate this managed server through this machine. So I'll go into server here and I'll create a machine called new machine. So I have to take a control called lock and edit. I'll say new machine, and I can give this machine any name of my choice. It's just a virtual or a logical representation of the actual machine on which I want to start the server. So I'll say SOA01 and say it's of a type Unix machine, because I know it's a Linux or Unix machine, which is 102 IP. Now, this is what I was saying is that each machine will have a associated node manager. So now this is the node manager properties, how the node manager is running. So by default, node manager can run in SSL, RSH, plain SSL, leave it to default SSL. And I say on which machine this node manager I want or machine to be associated. and I want to associate this machine, then appropriate node manager on which this node manager is running. So I'll say 192.168. I want to run it on the same machine. So 1 and 102. I could have done localhost as well. Save and say finish. Now this machine should be associated to the managed server that I want to start. So I'll go to servers. I'll say SOA server, and I say now this is associated with this SOA 1 and save it. And I activate the changes, which means now if let it save. So now if I want to start the SOA server, the SOA server admin server will check where this SOA managed server is running, or which machine this is associated with this, and it will go to that machine, or my admin server will go to that machine and see what is the node manager associated with that. So in this machine I have a node manager, and say, so that means admin server has to send a command to this node manager which is listening on this machine on this port and say, hey, go and start a SOA server. And that's how this is going to work. So let's suppose if I go and start the service on SOA, and I try to start and see and say start. Now this time I'm not getting that error which I got earlier saying, hey, there's no machine associated, because now we have associated a machine here. So I'll say yes, start it. However, it's saying a request has been sent to start the selected server, which means the request has gone. That means that looks like the managed server or the node manager is running. That's why a request has gone. So otherwise, if node manager is down, you will see another error saying the node manager is not available or down. So if you see here, now I saw associatedly right now on 14th of April, just few minutes ago, and it has sent a command to issue, or it has started or issued a command to start the SOA underscore server 1, which means now it has started or issued the command. This is how the machine or node manager and machines are associated within a domain. So let me do a quick recap on this. So node manager is nothing but a Java process, and if you want to see the process now, if you want to see the process, you simply see and say ps minus ef and pipe and grep for minus I and node manager and node manager, and so this is my node manager process, which says it's using this JDK. It's starting with 32 MB RAM, and it can go up to 200 MB if required. And this is WebLogic.node manager. And so it's nothing but a Java process which is used to remotely start and stop a managed server or services, or also restart a failed server. Services can run without a node manager, but if you want, as I said earlier, to be started using a remotely WebLogic scripting tool or console, then node manager is required. Machine is nothing but it identifies a physical host on which you want to start a server or associate a WebLogic server to that. It's used by node manager, and you also used in a cluster communication when we look at high availability. Will we go into deep into that? I've just already showed you how machine and node manager are associated with each other. So you go to servers. Under server, each server will have a machine associated. Each machine will have a node manager associated with that. And that's how these machine and node manager are related. Now head on to the next lesson, where we look at security realm, which is another important topic, where you will look at how the users security realm will have something called as authentication providers, authorization providers, users, groups, embedded LDAP servers, roles. All these things we are going to look at into the next lesson, which is security lesson or security realm. I'll see you in next lesson.